Well, hello everyone and welcome to this video for Raid Shadow Legends. Running a little bit late on my weekly videos, I apologize for that. I had planned a 3-part series and have kind of delayed that temporarily for now. I want to be clear that I have spent a little bit of money in the game. Thought I might as well be upfront about it. I'm not really free to play, but I am very, very little to play. I bought a rookie pack, and I bought a $5 little chained thing that's not here right now. And I did it for a good reason. I did it because we've just gotten some new, I think it was just one new event or tournament. I think the Spider Dungeon tournament started a day or two ago. I don't honestly expect to be able to get all the way up here and get these 5 points. I really don't expect that. But I'm working on this because I get rewarded for working on it. And as I work on it, I can level up champions, which kills 2 birds with 1 stone because there is a training event still going. And, you know, I might get this, who knows. But the main reason is I need a lot of accessories for my champions. I don't have a lot of rings, I don't have a lot of banners, I don't have a lot of necklaces. I'm a little short, and because we have this artifact enhancement event, I'm pretty sure I can grab this because I do a lot of upgrades, and the pack came with some silver, which I've already used, and we've got the champion training event. I'm trying to get a hold of this. I still don't think I'll get this champion. Depends on if any other fragments show up for sale or in any other way later. But I'm collecting what I can get my hands on, so that's why I did that. Just trying to work through that. In this video, I would like to go over how to fight in the Spider Dungeon. I've been kind of going back and forth. I want to do this 3-part video, but this sounds more fun right now. It's more relevant to what's going on right now in Raid. And I thought I would go ahead and do that. To do this, one of the things that I'm going to utilize, and I'm going to put a link in the description below for you, is called RAID-CODEX. And it kind of shows you what they believe the best champions are for the Spider Dungeon. So I'll show you my team, what it's made of. And I'll go through around here in the Spider Dungeon, and then that'll be pretty much the video, except for a few things that I'll mention as we get into the fight. So let's see, which one was it that I was doing? Stage 10, because I get the 4 to 5 artifacts, and I've got enough energy now that I should be able to make a very good play for that 5 fragments of that champion. So I'm working my way on it right now. So if I go to battle, you can see my team. I have Sile of the Drakes. He is, I don't think, listed there in the team. And I did have Martyr here, but I replaced her with him because these two, and with Spider, are opposite affinity to the Spider, which I thought would help. So he's actually kind of become my tank, and that is Solus. And then I have, Zavia and Rosin Scar. Yeah, I did the fusion and got him. So they're all at levels. Well, they're not all at level 60. I got 3 at level 61, at 51, at 40. I'm going to be doing an upgrade for one of my champions to make a last play on that training event, because I want to get those few points if I can get them, those few shards for that champion. So I'll probably upgrade Spider. I'll show you really quick the gear that I have on them. I'm sorry I'm kind of clumsy with my words right now. Of course, I have Sile heavily geared out. Very heavily geared out. And I have very good pieces of gear on her, so she's doing really good. And I have Solus fairly well geared out. And Zavia is fairly well geared out. You can pause and look at the different... I'm not going to go through all the stats, but you can kind of see my thought processes just by the gear I use. You can see the star rating, get an idea of what I'm doing here. And then I use Spider for speed. I'm not using Nethril right now. I apologize. I said I was using Nethril, but I'm not using him right now. Rosin, I need to work on him a little more. As you can see, like for example, this helmet, I've kept it on him because it's just such good stats on this, but it's a 4-star helmet, and I need the 5 or 6-star because then you get a whole pile more HP. And he's going to thrive off of more HP. It's going to make him live longer. So I need to work on his gear a little bit. It's not so good. I'm also needing to do some more ascension with him, I think, so I can get some more gear on him. So I got a little work to do there. And then Spider is, I just got through replacing some gear and fixing the gear up for this one, and I just about have it where I want it. I just need to get this upgraded one more pinch. But this is a very good ring for Spider because I've got HP and defense. Spider's defense was pretty weak before, and now I've doubled and then given a little more on the HP, almost doubled the attack. Managed to get the accuracy nearly to 100, so Spider's doing a little better. I can still improve this, but that's the gear we're currently using. So that's my team. And let's go ahead and get in here and fight, and I'll explain a few things about fighting the Spider dungeon here. And this is more focused on new players or players that haven't progressed very far with the Spider dungeon. I'd like to help you to understand what to do so that you can get through it. So one theory online that you'll see is to have one person on your team, one champion who is a tank. So the tank will be usually the opposite affinity, although Solus is working very good, just being a void affinity. They all seem to attack him, but you want somebody that can take all of the damage from the spiders, all of the poisons and stuff coming from the spiders. If you have a champion that's of the opposite affinity of the spider you want, and you have some kind of ability with poison on that champion, if they benefit somewhat from the poison, that would be your ideal one of your members of your champion. And you want speed. Speed's really good with the spider because you want to be able to get your hits in more than she's able to get her hits in with all of her little spiderlings. So speed's pretty good for, well, I wouldn't say, I say it's almost necessary to have good speed on your champion. So that's what Spider here is doing, is providing speed in dungeons by 25%. You need a couple of good attackers. Poison is good, and any kind of turn meter control seems to be very good for the Spider. If you can get this yellow bar, that's her turn meter, I believe it's called, get that knocked down, and you can get more turns, and you can get rid of this, get through this a lot faster than you would otherwise. You can see that Solus is handling his poisons really well here. Now, Silab the Drakes is here simply to provide support. She does her health to everybody. She'll resurrect. So that's why she's here, and thankfully they're all attracted to Solus and not to Sile, who is, I believe Sile is, no, she's same affinity, so she's not opposite. I don't have an opposite affinity here. And then of course my two attackers are Rosin Scarhide, who I need to get his gear a little better, and Zavia are my main attackers, although Spider's doing some pretty good attacks too and is very good on this team. So if you've got Spider sitting in your champion list, get the gear on him that he needs. I'll try to go over that a little bit, try to explain my thought process is just on as in him or a her gear, and I'll let you know. But that's the general process. You're looking for good AoEs. You want to be able to knock out as much of these spiderlings or neutralize them or do something to them so that they're not having much of an effect on you as possible. And then while you're getting those knocked out and killing them and getting rid of them, she doesn't have as much, when she absorbs them, she can't get as much health. So then you're able to kill her a little quicker. So that's kind of the goal here. Pardon me. And there you go. We have just defeated, that was Spider's Den Stage 10. So if you haven't made it up to Stage 10 and you're stuck at a lower stage and you're wondering how to proceed, you're looking for opposite affinity, heavy AoE damage. You're looking for health, some kind of healing, some kind of resurrection. You're looking for a tank that will be either the weak affinity, or will be like a void like Solus here, who can take all the damage. And you're looking for somebody that'll give you speed like Spider here. And I think Spider is pretty common, pretty easy to get. So let me know in the comments below if that's true or not. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I've got. My thought process is just for the one champion. So you can kind of see I've kind of evolved in my thought processes with gearing champions. And this is kind of showing you my transition kind of state, where I was to where I am. So it's a pretty good one to go over right now. And then we'll wrap up this video. So, I ran right over him. So here's Spider. So I went into, of course, the index. I looked at everything there, and then I just use this as a quick reference. He requires attack to do a 50% chance of removing one random buff from the target. That's based on attack. He requires attack combined with HP to attack all. This is for his AoE, and decreases the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. Has 50% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. So I already know from these two that I need accuracy. And then glowing mark, and of course this emphasizes I need accuracy. 60% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. He needs to be skill booked. I haven't been able to skill book him yet. I haven't really done anything with him, so I'm going to start working with him now. Has a 30% chance of placing a 15% weakened debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. I did ascend him to level 3. I don't believe it unlocked anything. He didn't have anything locked up with earlier ascensions, but he's still a very good champion. Of course, all speed and dungeons by 25%. So because of the things that this champion is doing, I kind of want to have, because this is going to be my debuffer essentially, and it means that I want to have speed so I can get my debuffs out before the champion is killed, or before the other team, in this case the Spiders, attack. So I've got speed boots on him, and that's what I had before, and they turned out to have a little bit of accuracy, so they're a good pair of boots, and I'm going to get these up to level 16 and then swap them out for 6-star if I get them, but for right now I don't think I'm going to beat that very well. I just changed this chest. I was thinking, and I did say in one of my videos, I think, to give, if they're an attack champion, to give them an attack chest, and I do not believe that any longer, so if you took any advice like that from me, you can now safely ignore it. I thought, okay, well, because one of his things depends on HP, I will just go ahead and swap that out for HP, because the HP allows your champion to live longer, and the defense allows your champion to take more hits, of course, assuming that your opponent doesn't use a ignore defense. So I swapped out his attack chest for this HP chest, which happens to have this percentage HP, a bonus amount of HP, accuracy, and an attack percentage, which will help with, of course, his attack part of his skill. And he'll have more of that over here with this attack 170 legendary 6-star sword that I gave him. And this, of course, has accuracy, resistance, attack 12%, and more HP. So this is almost perfect sword for him. Then I have a crit rate instead of crit damage over here for his gloves. This might get swapped out. I'm not sure yet. But we've got a substat of HP and speed, which is pretty good. But I don't know if I want to increase his crit rate or his crit damage more. I need to get his crit damage up a little bit more, I think. But his crit rate is also a little low. So I don't know. I might try to take this up to 16, but I'm not sure yet. Helmet is already a 6-star, so we're good there. We've got this huge amount of HP, attack 13%, accuracy 10, crit damage 6. Not too bad there. I'll probably leave this helmet on them. So the focus here is they're getting this accuracy plus 40 with the 2 pieces of accuracy gear. They're getting their HP plus 15 plus the additional HP that they were given with these 2 pieces of gear, and they're getting speed with these 2 pieces of gear, speed plus 12. And then this ring gives them an attack, a little more of attack amount right here, and we have HP and we have defense, and those are both pretty good stats, so I'm going to get this up one more level to 12, and then that will finish off this ring, and that's where I'll let it sit for a little bit until I have more silver, because I need a lot of silver to do the upgrade. To do the upgrade process, what I am doing lately that works for me, out of all the tips and everything else that I found, I just go here and I just click this, and I do this up to 3 times. And if it doesn't go through by the end of the 3rd try with this, I hit this, just 1 level upgrade. And I just go back and forth. So I do this up to 3 times. Usually it'll upgrade on the 1st or 2nd time if it's going to. Then it will probably go to where it does 3 of this, so that I go over here, and it could take a little bit or a lot, but it will usually upgrade it to the next level. Then I do this again, and I just cycle back and forth, and I think I'm spending a lot less silver now and getting a lot more done doing it that way. So that is my suggestion for this. Ignore all of this stuff in here. Don't even use it. Just use this upgrade, and when this goes to 3 and it doesn't go through, go to this. Make sure you have a good amount of silver for that upgrade. Pardon the dog barking. So that concludes this video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Suggestions if you have suggestions. Links if you have links to resources. Let me know what your teams are for the Spider Dungeon. Try to keep it focused on, what would be a common team for you to have access to when you first start out? What would be a good starting out team? What would be a good team you can expect to have after you've been playing for a couple of months? What teams have you used in the past that were really good to get you through the early stages of Spider? Leave those kind of information in the comments below. Thumb up if you liked the video, thumb down if you did not. Hit that subscribe button if you want more videos like this. If you provide a thumb down, please leave some feedback so I know what I need to improve. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.